Well, as we start the second half of the day, our weather impact team is here joining us following heightened risks for wildfires. Joining me now is Nathan Scott. And Nathan, we had a few showers over the weekend to kind of end that dry spell, but did it really cure the problem that we're having right now?
Good afternoon, Jurnee.
Good afternoon.
We had a few showers. Some places did see a few downpours, but a lot of places saw less than 1/10 of an inch of rain. So we still have dry conditions in place. Now on top of that, we've got winds from the southwest about 10 to 20 miles per hour. So therefore, we've gone from a high wildfire danger to extreme wildfire danger in all of those red counties. Northwest Arkansas, stretching all the way down to Saline County and also Grant County. So that means any little spark, ember can turn into a ferocious fire very quickly. So we have to use extreme caution out there over the next couple days. That fire risk will stay high Tuesday, Wednesday, and then it drops down for Halloween, and that's because we have a good chance of showers and storms. Winds out there at this time, 10 to as high as 20 miles per hour, especially in northwest Arkansas. Your temperatures are warm into the upper 70s to low to mid 80s into South Arkansas. We'll see lots of sun, a few clouds out there today, expecting a high of 88 in Little Rock, and the record high at the airport this afternoon is 86, set back in 1927. So likely that record will be shattered. Shower and thunderstorm chances, like I said, will be going up for Halloween. Some storms could be strong. More on that forecast coming up.
All right, developing this afternoon, we're waiting to learn if Amber Waterman will be charged in the state of Arkansas for the kidnapping of a woman and taking her across the state line, then killing her and her unborn child. Accused alongside Amber is her husband, Jamie Waterman, accused of being an accomplice. Just over a week ago, we learned a Missouri federal court sentenced Amber to life in prison for killing Ashley Bush. Fast forward to today, she will appear in an Arkansas courtroom for the first time, where a judge will decide her fate.
If I'm given the green light and, the appeal goes my way, then I'm working to actually fight that fight instead of just working to be able to fight it.
Right now, our team is waiting for new information to come out of the courthouse. Once we have that, we'll be sure to let you know the very latest. We're also following new details sent to our newsroom hours ago. The Little Rock Zoo will halt operations for the day to mourn the loss of Sophie the elephant. Earlier this year, she was placed in hospice as she continued her fight with pyometra disease. Little Rock Zoo estimated Sophie to be around 55 years old at the time of her death. Well, turning now to your election central, it's now a race against time as we enter the final stretch for voters to make their voices heard. There's still time to go if you haven't yet cast your ballots. Polling sites are open right now and will remain that way through today and Friday between 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. This Saturday, you can only vote between 10 in the morning and 4 in the afternoon. And on Election Day next Tuesday, polls will close at 7:30 p.m. The THV 11 team is working to provide you with the information you need. Right now, we have a list of early voting sites on our website. The list features locations across multiple counties. For where to early vote in Central Arkansas, just visit our website. That is thv11.com. Meanwhile, it's become a fiery race to victory as the former president and vice president fight for the nation's top position. Natalie Brand takes you on the campaign trail as the candidates for the White House scramble for the minority support.
In Philadelphia Monday, Democrats and Latino leaders slammed former President Donald Trump for comments made by a speaker at his Madison Square Garden rally Sunday.
The truth is that those insults are in line with the trajectory of insults to Puerto Ricans by Donald Trump himself.
The backlash is over this controversial joke from comedian Tony Hinchcliffe.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah, I think it's called Puerto Rico.
The Trump campaign said the remarks do not reflect the former president's views, but the damage may have been done. Less than 2 hours later, Puerto Rican musical superstar Bad Bunny reshared a video from Vice President Kamala Harris's campaign to his nearly 46 million followers.
I will never forget what Donald Trump did and what he did not do when Puerto Rico needed a caring and a competent leader.
The controversy is threatening to overshadow Trump's closing arguments, capping off the star-studded event at one of the world's most famous arenas.
We will have the strongest economy, the most secure borders, the safest cities, the most powerful military.
Vice President Harris spent Sunday in Philadelphia courting Black and Latino voters. With an estimated 580,000 Latino voters in the most coveted battleground state, they could be the deciding factor in a race that polls show is neck and neck. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, Washington.
Well, in case you missed it, Golden Lion Country is fresh off of a big win this weekend as their homecoming celebrations come to an end. It was quite the scene at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. The fun started with an early morning parade just before tailgating started. While people were ducking the rain and indulging in as many festivities as they could, local businesses worked to reconnect people to the Golden Lion culture.
It does mean a lot to me, especially being that it's something my parents started in 1993. I did want to keep this going, not something that I wanted to let die off after all their hard work in the community.
Homecoming may have meant busy hours for businesses, but Aisha says serving the community, it's what means the most to her. Keeping the celebrations going, we now know the next batch of names joining the Arkansas Black Hall of Fame. Among the 2024 inductees are Stephen H. Broadnex III, Dr. Mamie Phipps Clark, Mac Wilburn, Thomas East, and Cora Duffy McHenry, all of which honored at the 30th annual induction ceremony over the weekend.
Well, I think all of them are amazing people. We have some amazing guests who've come in to support them. We have former United Nations Ambassador Andrew Young and his wife are here. So that's the kind of night we're having.
Each inductee was recognized for making significant contributions to the natural state, the nation, and the world. Well, shifting your focus to this, Americans spend a hefty amount of money each year on their pets. But as Bradley Blackburn shows us, some animals are living a more lavish lifestyle than others.
On a morning in New York, Greta Nagy and her Dalmatian Ollie are out for a stroll.
He's the best. He's a very special dog.
Ollie's routine includes a walk and then a ride. He's a frequent passenger in the pet cab, where seats are set up for those with 4 legs.
I think he likes going on the rides. The window's down and, he likes it.
The bright yellow cab with paw prints instead of checkers was created by Elliot Levenglick. He started Pet Cab NYC because for owners without their own cars, moving a pet can be tough. There are strict rules for mass transit, and regular taxis can refuse animals.
There's a big opportunity there, and a lot of people are pet owners.
Uber and Lyft also offer pet rides, but the animal's owner must also be in the car. Pet Cab NYC and a handful of other companies across the nation offer transportation for pets who are alone. It's driven by demand. In the U.S., spending on pet care services like boarding or sitting has almost doubled since 2020.
A pet becomes a part of your family, and so as a result of that, people will invest a lot of their time and their money into their pet because it's just a loved one that they sometimes care more about than their family members.
Since launching, Levenglick has added cars and drivers and is now looking to expand to more cities. Ollie took his cab to doggy daycare, joining a pack of happy pups. For owner Greta, it's all worth it.
Does Pet Cab just make it easy?
Yeah, it makes it extremely easy. My personal expenses the dogs have taken over.
Man's best friend on the move as spending on pets speeds up. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Well, securing a gold medal is one thing, but doing it without one of your senses, well, that's a different story. Just ahead, how a teenager is celebrating after beating the odds.
And if you missed out on the rain this weekend, you'll have another opportunity. I think we're looking at widespread rain moving in here late Wednesday night into Halloween. Will trick-or-treating be a washout? I'll have that answer and talk about the potential of strong to severe thunderstorms coming up.